You know, I'm kind of having a problem here, you guys. People always telling me I'm tripping, but I know what I'm supposed to weigh when I go to the doctor's office. And when I stepped on the scale, that bitch was lying to me. I got this problem here. I got this. Look at this shit. Look at. You see this shit right here? So you can really see it on the profile. You see this bullshit right here? That's called a vajomic. It's vagina and stomach like merged together. That's just what it is, and it's fine, you know. Fucked up thing is, I was at the bar and this woman came up to me and she was like, "Oh, you're so cute. What are you do?" Right. What a fucking panty stain. I looked at her, I took my shot of tequila, and I said, "February." So to be a bitch, I looked at her and her stomach, and I was like, "So when are you due?" She took her shot and she looked at me and said, "Well, I'm 2 months late and my titties hurt." I was like, all right then, we're on the same page, high five. Shit, I took a shot with her after that, fuck it. You know, I figured if this comedy shit didn't work out, you know, I would just do hand jobs. And you know, since I'm a comedian, I just make it, you know, interesting, you know? I stole some latex gloves from the med center. You gotta protect yourself. You gotta protect your hands. So I figured I'd do it by client, you know, if he's a really, really nice guy, you know, I could just give him a really nice hand job. How's your day? Did you work today? Did you get your hours in? I don't know, that's just my idea of nice hand job dick, I don't know. And if he's strong and has like muscles and shit, I'll growl and be like, "Get this motherfucker. I figured he'd get off that way. You know, if it was scary and I was like afraid for my life or some shit, I'd give him like the scary face. So, been to the hospital lately? Do you take meds? I don't know, maybe that wasn't a good impression of crazy dude. But I'm coming up on my 6-year anniversary of being cancer-free, you guys. Yay, right? I'm really excited because this new titty is held up for a couple of years now. And it's good shit, but what people don't realize is that when you have a titty removed, it interrupts a lot of nerves. So I don't have a whole bunch of feeling in this shit. I mean, she's pretty, but she's numb as fuck. Okay? So I was dating this guy this one time, and he decided to be real romantic on me on this night. I wasn't prepared for all this romance, but he actually cooked me dinner and had like these dipped strawberries, and he was feeding me strawberries and shit, and I was like, okay, something wonderful is about to take place. Has to be. Well, he went down and it seemed like he disappeared for a second, so I lifted up the blindfold and he was going to town on this numb-ass titty. I didn't feel shit. I was like, I'm going to need you to pay attention to the old one. She's actually feeling you. She's a little down to earth, and that's just what it is. So then I was like, well, maybe I should get a tattoo on this bitch that reads out of order. I don't know. Anybody out here with kids? Do you guys have any young teenage sons? Woo! We got some masturbators in your house. That's awesome. That's sweet. Took 2 hours? Jesus. Oh, wow. You better be Planned Parenthood, yeah. You better make sure you tell him how to strap up. Might be a young grandfather. You better watch that shit. But I have a young teenage son, and he's awesome, but he's full of himself. I actually walked into the bathroom on him, and and he was peeing, and he was like, "Mom, get out of here, I'm peeing." And I was like, "Dude, I already seen what you got." And he was like, "It's bigger." I was like, "So, I haven't seen a big weenie before?" And he was like, "I don't know, you were married to Dad." And I was like, "Touche." Well, I was actually talking about about your uncle.
No.
All right, y'all, that's my time. I'm Danny Redwine. Have a good night.
Talk about Trump. Any Trump supporters in here? Make some noise. 2. How the fuck he win the election? The Russians. That's a lie. The Russians didn't do it. Some motherfuckers in here is lying. My father's a Trump supporter. He's Puerto Rican. This shit drives me insane. I'm like, how can you be a Trump supporter? He hates Mexicans. He says, like, I'm not Puerto Rican. That's not me, man. That's not me. I'm Boricua. I'm a Jewish citizen. I said, where is the USA at? What you talking about, USA? I said, you know what? He don't know the difference, motherfucker. He says, yes, he does. I said, no, he don't. You ask him what type of Mexican he hates the worst. He's from New York. You know what he says? The Puerto Rican ones. Because to him, we are all the same. I know it's true because I went to work after the election. They said, you still here? Like, I'm half Mexican, half Puerto Rican. That means I ain't going nowhere, bitch. Plus, I was born downtown Grand Rapids, Butterworth Hospital, bitch. You can't send me home. Unless they change the rules. You know, you change the rules, it might be executive order. Get rid of pagan tonight. Bitch, because I be posting about this shit all the time. The funniest shit I seen about him is like, you remember when he was saying, lock her up, remember that? Put her on your cabinet, bitch. She'll get locked up today. That ain't my joke, but it's funny, so I told it. I don't give a fuck. They locking up his people like my motherfuckers is quitting recording. What you say? I'm just gonna tell the truth. I'm just jealous I ain't him though. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I wish I had all that money and could just walk around grabbing pussies all day. I would. I'd be a habitual pussy grabber. I would. You'd say hello, instead of shaking your hand, I'd be like. Then I'd walk away from you like this. Yeah. Some of y'all say ugh because y'all got badges still in the car. The rest of y'all be like, go ahead. You see them bitches in the damn, at the protest and shit, they had the big sign with an arrow pointed right down talking about Trump, grab this pussy. Ugh, you gotta lift that stomach up with a jack to get to it. So nasty ass. So, I know you guys are looking at me like, you know, he kind of does look Mexican. I am. My mom's Mexican, my dad's Puerto Rican. I call myself a Hispanic hybrid. If you don't know what that means I'm gonna make it to work on time every day. But I'm not gonna do all the work. I'm not doing all the work. I'm gonna be out back smoking some weed while Julio is taking care of everything because he ain't got no papers, but I speak his language. So when they tell us to do something, he said, what'd he say? I said, he said for you to do all of this shit. I'll be back in a minute. I'm wrong for that, right? Yeah, I know the old white ladies are like, that's why they should kick his ass out the country. Fuck that. At least I ain't standing out there with a sign saying, can I get $1 or shit? You never see Hispanics over there with that sign, do you? Maybe a bag of oranges and shit. I know, because if I see one of my relatives out there with a damn sign, I'll be like, bitch, get in the car. Drive right out over to the AutoZone. Buy his ass a roll of towels and some spray bottles of window cleaner and take his ass back and drop him off where he's at. At least you can work for your money, motherfucker. Right? Because we didn't sneak into this. Did I say sneak in? Okay, so what? My mom was here 11 years illegally. 11 years. I said, damn, Mom, how'd you do it 11 years illegally? She said, I was too beautiful for anybody to ask me for some papers. She was fine, though. I kind of got to tell you the truth. She was fine. I mean, I wouldn't say like Donald Trump, I would smash her because he said that shit about his daughter. But I'm not gonna do that about my mama. Because I love her. She was mean as a motherfucker though. She was, boy. I thought I was a shit though. I remember when I was a kid, I broke a window and I ran up a tree. When I say I ran up a tree, I was afraid I was up the tree quick. She walked up to the bottom of the tree, she said, "Come down, or I'm gonna come and get you." And then I laughed like a villain. Yeah, right. She went in and put on some tennis shoes and climbed up a tree with the broom in her hand. And proceeded to, I climbed higher. Like I was so high, the tree was like waving like this. She climbed up it and whooped me with the broom. I was like, "I'm gonna fall." She says, "If you fall and die, I'm gonna kill you." I'm like, that don't make no sense. All right, that's my time. My name is Peggy. You guys have a nice night.
I love how when you reach a certain age, people applaud you for just showing the heck up. Like on America's Got Talent, you know, anyone over 50 walks out, everyone loses their shit. Like, Christ, Barb, she's still walking. Just one of these days when Simon Cowell looks up and says, "Well, how old are you, darling?" I just want to hear some lady say, "Well, it's really none of your fucking business, is it?" Being my age is terrific. I'm 62, actually. I'm still working. My vagina's retired. It's earned it. It started working way below the legal minimum age, you know what I'm saying? What a beautiful audience you are. Look at you. Fresh young faces, strong young bodies. I am only just now realizing I wasted my life being straight. I mean, don't you men wonder what two women do when they're together, alone, naked, exploring each other's bodies? I don't. Not at all, actually. I just wanted to make sure none of the men could stand up during my set, because now you all have boners. So dating when you're older is really an adventure. Do you know how hard it is to find a guy my age whose dick works and he can drive at night? After first time sex with older men is a revelation. You wake up and you roll over and he's wearing a CPAP mask. It's like I went to bed with Richard Gere, I woke up with Darth fucking Vader. Speaking of first time surprises, you know, they do happen, like a bent dick. What do? Do you look at it? Do you look away? Is there some kind of bent dick etiquette I don't know about? Yeah, you ladies know. I can hear you laughing over there. I just like the diplomatic approach. Like, were you in some sort of industrial accident, or? True story. All my stories are true. I have been pregnant 10 times. 10. Yep. After the third one, they just walk out. It's like a big slip and slide. Go toward the light! And here's a revelation. Did you know they expect you to arrive in the maternity ward cold sober? Shot. And they get a little pissy when you're not, frankly. You're about to push the Chrysler Building through your hoo-ha. I think that's an excellent day to take up drinking. Unlike most of our comics tonight, I am not an alcoholic. I am, however, a recovering Pentecostal. I know that's safe to say here because if any of you are Pentecostal, you are not saying shit to anybody about being here on a Sunday night. We don't even have sex standing up for fear someone will think we're dancing. Now, I'm not an alcoholic, but I do have very strong opinions about drugs. I am solidly in favor of them. Don't you think at my age I've just earned them? I keep reading about the opioid crisis in this country. Yeah, the crisis is that because of all these addicts who clearly have no self-restraint, I can't get my goddamn Valium. That's a crisis. You're welcome. So menopause, I hear all about how bad it is. I just sailed through it. I had no problems. I don't want to brag, but I haven't had a mood swing in like 6 minutes. Here's the only actual joke in my set. How many menopausal women does it take to change a light bulb?
How many?
11.
Why?
Because it just fucking does! Oh, there she goes, right on time. So my weight's always been an issue. It's not easy being curvy like this. Just keeping it all under wraps and pointed in the same direction is no small undertaking. What, you think this just happened? I am wearing military-grade undergarments. I'm actually in a medical weight loss program. It is going great. I love it. Are you gonna finish those fries? I'm just like fucking starving up here. No. There's a sign on the wall at the clinic that says, "Nothing tastes as good as being thin feels." And I wonder, what kind of off-brand cut-rate taste buds do these people have? Everything tastes as good as being thin feels. In the world where I live, every food is delicious, even the ones I don't like. My favorite food group is donuts. And gravy. Gravy is the queen. It's a sauce and a beverage. Gravy's a real utility player, you know what I'm saying? Who here goes to Planet Fitness? Oh yeah, I love Planet Fitness. I do. At the Planet Fitness where I go, every Monday is free pizza night. True. And on Tuesday mornings, they have a free bagel bar. Does no one see the dichotomy in this? I think other rehab groups could take a lesson from Planet Fitness on membership retention. Sign outside Narcotics Anonymous. Come on in, we got blow. New motto for AA. We know you're struggling. Here's a little nip to tide you over. I recently had to fly up to Grand Rapids on a plane that was so small, they weigh you before boarding. To Grand Rapids, from Grand Rapids to Toronto. So small they weigh you before boarding. There's no reality and no universe in which I am stepping on a scale in public. But fortunately I have an honest face, church lady face. So I just told the lady my weight. 125. So she sits me down and I'm buckling in, feeling pretty good about myself. And then she sits 2 little Japanese tourists across the aisle for balance. 2. And they're looking at me, and they're laughing and talking in Japanese, and they're looking at me and laughing and talking in Japanese again. So I just put on my best smile, church lady smile. I leaned over and said, "Ohayou gozaimasu. Hajimemashite. Genki desu ka?" Good morning, how are you? Nice to meet you. I let that sink in for a moment. Their little eyes got so round. Now these dudes do not know that is all the Japanese I speak. But it kept them from talking shit about me the whole rest of the flight. One of the things that happens as you get older is loss of something called muscle mass. I have no idea what this is. I'm at the doctor, he's ranting about mass. I'm losing mass, I need mass, I gotta get more mass, I gotta get some mass. I have no idea what the man's talking about. I'm not even Catholic. So when I'm not on stage, I'm a very ordinary, normal, conservative housewife. I love being married, love it, love it, love it. I have done it, I don't know how many times. Over and over. My first husband was Mexican, and breaking the news to his mother is a real cultural experience. First it's, "Mama, I'm marrying a white girl." "Hi, mijo, why?" "Does she likes a pork? Does she wants high also babies?" "It's okay, mijo. If you love her, I love her. We go see the priest." Then he drops the bomb. Mama, she's not Catholic. Ay, Dios mío! Que no es católica? Ese coño sin Dios. You know, I don't speak much Spanish, but I'm pretty sure that godless cunt was the rap up there. My second husband was a busy guy, very busy. He was what a mental health professional would call sexually preoccupied. Put in plain English, the man would have fucked a pipe wrench and sent it flowers the next day. The comics like that one. The only thing that kept me going through a long and very messy divorce from number 2 was my kids. Oh, my kids. And the hope that I might someday be able to get rid of them every other weekend. 3 weeks in the summer if I'm lucky. Oh, Mommy's going to miss you so much. From a singles resort in Fiji. So I finally got it. 3 years ago last month, I married the man of my dreams. Luckiest day of my life. He is my whole world. Widowers are perfect. They're already broken in. 2 rules to marrying a widower. 1, find one who's old, rich, and has high blood pressure. That's a late life marriage trifecta right there, girl. And a critical component of any sound financial plan. 2, never, ever say an unkind word about his blessed deceased wife. Honor her memory, revere, and respect her. Because if you play your cards right, you're going to end up owning all that bitch's jewelry. I'm Jerry Savage. Thank you and good night.
Some of you guys who might have seen me before might know I have a 9-year-old son that me and my wife adopted. One of the things that was near and dear to my heart was adoption. I've adopted 2 boys. Me and my brother are adopted, as you can tell by how fucking ugly he is. I wasn't really adopted, but my parents didn't want me to feel bad. So the other day we decided we're going to tell our son that he's adopted. He's 9, he's pretty mature, and all this shit, right? So I sit him down and say, you know, Micah, you know, once upon a time there was a lady, and this is a true story. The lady came to me and asked me to adopt her son that she was going to have. Me and my wife were going to adopt like a 9 or 10-year-old at the time, not a newborn. Because at the time, my youngest child was my son that was 10, and I thought if I get, you know, a 9 or 10-year-old, I'm only adding like 9 years to my fucking sentence, you know. So she didn't realize that. She just knew we wanted a boy. So we ended up adopting him. We had 3 months to do this. And it was 13 grand. So if someone comes and says, will you take care of my child? It's 13 grand. I mean, that's like fucking prepaid child support. That shit pissed me off. So anyway, I'm black and Puerto Rican, my wife's Mexican. My youngest son is 100% Caucasian. So I tell him the story, and I'm like, and do you know who that special little boy is? He's like, who? I'm like, you're adopted. He's like, well, no shit, I'm white. You know? He's like, I was wondering when y'all was gonna figure this shit out. So I'm like, you know, that means you're special, you know, chosen, you know, like from God and everything. He goes, no, that means back in the day, I could have owned your ass. Like, sorry, ladies, I know y'all can relate to that shit. How's it going on the plantation, buddy? Y'all got y'all back turned, y'all brave as fuck. You gonna have welts on your shit when you get home. All right, she asked, could you move to the back of the room? Anyway. I'm a fanatic of the brand Polo, but I'm a little upset with these people that wear what my son calls the assassins, the U.S. Polo Association. So how many people here have on Polo tonight? I see you do, that's it. Now, I'll be really, really surprised if someone would admit to this, but who has on a fake Polo shirt tonight? If I see one more person with a Polo shirt on, there's 2 fucking people on the horse, where the horse is missing a leg. I saw one, the horse had on fucking socks. One of them, I don't know what the fuck it was, the guy didn't have the Polo club, he's holding a basketball. I'm like, the fuck is this, a Jordan Polo? But anyway, I just really can't do that shit. I stay over by Detroit.
Brian used to have a cool gig where I get a free hotel room. Now I try to sleep in his fucking Prius. That does not work. Dude hogs all the covers. So it's pretty humid out today. And so I was riding with Brian around downtown, and come to find out, if you turn on his air conditioner, you can't listen to the radio. I don't know. Anyway, if y'all don't like that, fuck y'all. It makes me laugh. But so I'm staying at a hotel out here by Tanger Outlets. I think it's Baymont, whatever. I can say it because they're not gonna fucking sponsor me. But I'm on the second floor. 225, Sherry. My wife sleeps like a fucking brick. So anyway, I thought I saw her coming through the door. I was about to run like the first guy. Flintstone the fuck out of here. So anyway, I'm on the second floor. I walk out of my room and I look. There's a sign on the wall that says, "Fire exit for second floor is located on first floor." What the fuck is that about? So we've stayed there before. We stayed right outside the room by the pool, right outside the pool, at the first room by the pool. 3 in the morning, the alarm went off. I open the door to see what's going on. All I see is smoke coming from the pool. How the fuck do you set water on fire? That just, but anyway, it ended up being a filter fire. I thought that was funny too, but I guess as my son would say, see me outside. So I live over, like I said, by Detroit, actually closer to Monroe. Anyone know what Monroe is known for? Meth. Which is, you know, there's a lot of drugs there. Sometimes I mix up my insulin with my other needle, and I don't even know what the fuck my blood sugar says after that. But I was at the Secretary of State there. Damn, what the fuck is this whistling for? Whistling at, it's trying to flirt with me. Anyway, I'm at the Secretary of State, and the lady takes her driving test. And she's on the phone in line, and she goes, and the I know the lady working there can hear it, she's like, "I'm gonna ask this bitch, can I take it again?" You standing right in front of her. And she's like, and if she tells me no, I'm gonna fucking drive home anyway because I forgot my teeth, and I'm gonna go to another Secretary of State, get my teeth and take it there, and they can take my picture. What the fuck is wrong with that picture? You driving around trying to get a license, so. Hey, I ain't gonna run like the first dude. I told you I'll fight y'all. Shit, don't make me turn on the audience, because I see Al B. Sure sitting at the back right there at the table with Pagan. Don't hide. No, behind the guy with the fake Raiders jersey on. He got the Raiders and Lost Ark jersey on. I don't know what you looking at, man. You look like one of the new rappers. What was that? Twisted like a stir fry? What the fuck do they be saying? Like a stir fry, bitch. What? They got more money than me. I'm jealous as fuck. So, I do have some different health conditions. I spoke about this one before. I had to have cardioablation surgery where they shave your arm and they shave around here and say we're going to go through one of those ways to go into your heart and cauterize some nerves. So you don't know which one they're going to do. They prep you for surgery. They go through all this shit they tell you. They left out one important fact. I woke up at 2 and, oh, by the way, they went through down here. That vein is for real, Sherry. Y'all know I got a crush on her, right? Tell my wife, your mom ain't looking too bad sitting next to you. Shit. And you gonna walk in here with that damn thong on. What the fuck kind of shorts are those? Wait till she get up, y'all. Oh, I got 2 minutes. So anyway, I wake up at 2 in the morning in the hospital after my surgery. And I'm like, shit, I gotta pee. I'm like, wait, am I peeing? I'm confused as hell. They left out one important fact. They put a fucking catheter in me. So women say, oh, you don't know what it's like to have a baby. If you've ever had a garden hose ripped out of your dick dry, then we can talk about the baby pain. The lady says, breathe in. Try that sometime. Try to yell while breathing in. I'm like, that shit hurt like a son of a bitch.